I have two words to describe this movie. Wolf Cop.
Reynolds saw something in the alley. He's gonna check it out.
That a backup? Get over there now.
Hell yes, Wolf Cop. Okay, there's no wolf cop. Just a guy that stole a hat from a cop and then turned into a mythological Norse wolf. Totally different. Today, we are reviewing the 1991 horror movie, The Runestone. That, for some reason, IMDb thinks is a comedy adventure movie. Am I going to spend most of my time complaining that this isn't a comedy rather than reviewing the movie? Of course I am. Let's go over the jokes of Runestone.
Let me tell you, Martin, nowhere has a middle. This is dead center.
You see, that's funny because it's a really complicated way to say you're in the middle of nowhere. Okay, they can't all be winners. Let's try a sex joke. They're always funny.
She sounded good, considering she's been living in a trailer for 2 years.
Well, I met her husband, and there's a lot worse things than being stuck in a trailer for 2 years with that one.
And you'd prefer it if there were dozens of noble savages carved in the stone, all holding 15-inch dicks.
No, just saying penis isn't funny. What about a joke in French?
What's that French phrase?
De trop. Look it up sometime. There's a picture of me.
Probably would have been funnier if I knew French. I know. Old guy doesn't get references joke.
Rosemary's Baby live here?
Thought you wanted Lars Hagstrom. No Rosemary here. Hey, you tell him, no babies in this building. Much bad enough.
Okay, this isn't working. Maybe the movie's just not a comedy, like I said. But let's try one last thing. Saying fuck. Swear words are hilarious.
Do you think you could just say one sentence without the word fuck in it, Mr. Penducci? Just one.
I can try.
Thank you.
You're right, I'm sorry. Would either of you care for a Pez?
No.
Greatest fucking candy in the world.
Well, I guess swearing is only funny when Cameron Diaz does it. Have I ever explained my unjustified hatred for Cameron Diaz? Okay, so she's in tons of these adult comedies where she shows up, is like, oh my god, she's so pretty, I could never get her. And then she swears and is like, oh, she's relatable and on our level. She's just a normal person. Yay! Look at Vanilla Sky. Well, it's not a comedy. Cameron Diaz is in it for a little bit. She's on the phone in her car. It's like, fuckity fuck. Ah, car accident, I'm dead. And everyone's like, Cameron Diaz was so great in that movie. She swore with pizzazz. What do you say we talk about this damn movie now? As you may have guessed, I've gotten a haircut and shaved since I did the first part of the video, and this movie is about a Norse runestone.
The stone is here, Ask. In the city.
Just us two left, Lars. Did you ever wonder, Jacob, if you dreamed about the stories we told you? Or if we told you the stories to explain your dreams?
The guy in charge of researching the runestone has called his ex-girlfriend and her husband for assistance because her husband is an expert on ancient Norse dialect, but he gets a little too close to the runestone.
It can sense what you want most. Don't listen to anything it tells you.
Hagstrom, it's a rock. Read my lips, a rock. I'm not in the habit of talking to rocks.
What do you want?
Sam! Sam! Buddy, what the hell are you doing?
Why are you doing this?
he has clearly been possessed by whatever the Runestone's powers are, and we begin to see lots of death, starting with just a claw and a foot, intercut with scenes of Carl from Die Hard in a room with lots of clocks.
I'll tell you what it is, Fanducci. It's a big guy in a bulletproof dog suit. Hell, you know what this city's like come full moon. Some crazy fucker's running around with rakes or something on his hands. I know a serial killer when I see one.
Well, I guess meth head in a wolf suit makes more sense than his previous theory of a bear escaped from the zoo. Both make way more sense than what's actually happening, though.
Fenrir, a creature battled, the myths say, for years by the great god Tyr. Well, we certainly do know our gods, don't we? We're the only one brave enough to face Fenrir. A rock was the conventional penitentiary for wayward wolves. And, do we know what was supposed to occur that this creature might ever be set free?
Ragnarok.
Well, this group is full of surprises. Yes, exactly right, Ragnarok. A sort of a mini apocalypse.
Up to this point, we've seen a foot there, a claw here, but now, exactly 1 hour into the movie, we see guy in costume, full body, and it basically does not stop until the end of the movie.
That's realistic.
Carl, whatever he was watching on the clock happened, and he shows up with a fucking battle axe to fight Fenrir. And in a actually kind of humorous scene, he just backs off into the smoke. End of movie. Well, other than sequel bait, of course. We'll get to my review in a second, but first, movie, what did you think about all of this?
What? You said it.
Overall, I really liked this one. I thought that the ideas to have a Norse mythological bad guy was really interesting. You don't see that a lot. The character that Alexander Goodenough, Carl from Die Hard, plays is the Clockmaster. He basically just sits in this room and watches apocalypses get closer, and then he leaves his little cabin and tries to stop the apocalypse. Thought it's a character that could have been used in more movies, but never was. It's based on a novel. Maybe that happens in the novel. I'm not sure. Very little blood, no nudity. I'm not sure how this is a rated R movie and got 18 and 15 certificates across the world. It was made in 1991, didn't come out until 1993, so maybe the delay stopped it from having sequels. It does have a little bit of sequel bait at the end that you see the clock start ticking again. But no sequels ever happened, no spin-offs ever happened that I'm aware of. I thought it was a cool idea, though. Plenty of death, could have used some blood and gore. This movie was written and directed by Willard Carroll, who, according to IMDb, wrote a lot of The Brave Little Toaster, which can't possibly be true. IMDb also said this movie is a comedy, so I don't know if I always trust them. Special effects were done by the team from Dreamscape, Alligator 2, Drop Dead Fred right before this, makeup team from multiple Star Trek series, and the cinematographer from the children's movie Prancer. So pretty eclectic group in here. It is based on a novel that I probably should have researched, but I enjoyed it. I thought that it had a nice build, showed the creature in stages as you should, and the last 45 minutes are all creature suit. I'd check it out. Thank you for watching, and as always, I shall try to do better next time. Here is one final joke.
What's your name, officer?
It's Strange, sir.
I don't care how fucking strange it is.
No, sir. It's Officer Strange.
Oh, by the way, I did look up that French joke. Dattore literally translates to background, so she was commenting about how no one ever notices her. Hilarious. Bye.